What's up, creeps and coffee fans?
It's me, Mario.
It's Joanna and Jamie, the J's.
Mario. Yeah, it's
and
me,
Mario.
I don't know what else Mario says.
I don't think he says anything else other than "It's me, and Mario."
No. I don't know. Hey. You made a more professional sounding introduction than I did. Yeah, who are you again? I don't remember you. Could you introduce yourself?
Well, my name is Joanna.
I'm Kate,
And I'm Jane, and this is Creeps and Coffee.
a show where we talk about the dark parts of the world around us
Cryptids, conspiracies, things that go bump in the night.
and the crimes behind the scariest creatures of all, humans.
Join us as we take a look at the stories sure to give you the creeps.
Pull up a seat, grab a coffee.
And let's have a chat.
As of right now, I'm just simply going to try and convince Joanna that the Earth is hollow on the inside. What are your thoughts? Do you think I can convince you by the end of this episode that there's people living in the Earth that aren't humans?
Well, no.
No.
But I want to see. I want, like...
You're open to it?
Yes, I'm open to it.
Okay.
I'm open to your nonsense.
Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, if you guys didn't hear, we've talked about the hollow moon.
We're gonna start very heavy with this.
Yeah, a bunch of people murdered, no. Yeah, I think an episode a few months ago, we talked about the hollow moon theory.
Mm-hmm.
We debunked it. The moon is not hollow. But in our research, we also found stuff about hollow Earth, so we figured we would talk about that at some point too. Now you get to listen to the gibberish.
Let's see. Give it to me.
It is very reminiscent of flat earthers, who are people, as you obviously can tell from the name, believe the Earth is flat.
Flat Earth people would believe anything but the Earth is round.
Yeah, they like to ignore science. This theory appears in a lot of different literature, including, I wanted to mention, a super cool book from 2007 called UFO Religion, Inside Flying Saucers, Cults and Culture. Seems like a pretty neat textbook. I'm gonna go study that. Seemed legit. I believe in UFOs. So. There's also a book that mentions hollow Earth called There Are Giants in the Earth. That one's self-explanatory.
That's Greek mythology, honey.
Oh, we'll talk about that. Don't you worry. So, to explain this theory, even though it is pretty self-explanatory, the Earth is hollow, there are a couple of different ideas about it. Some people believe that the Earth is hollow and that there is a whole other species of like Homo sapiens who live there, who never had contact with us outsiders, or that there are aliens inside there. I don't know why they're inside the Earth and not outside the Earth, but they're there and they're living and they're thriving, and it's full of like lush plants and trees and stuff. So, a group of believers many years ago decided that they believed in this theory so much that they went to a geophysical institute to proclaim that there was an opening to the center of the Earth in Alaska that is an entry and exit point for flying saucers to leave the inside of the Earth and then to go back in. I don't know if they meant the flying saucers are aliens or humans who made the flying saucers.
Every time you say flying saucers, my brain is like, oh, are you saying flying saucepans?
Oh, and Burger's awake, so he's the real alien.
Nope.
Oh.
You literally like drifted.
He said, actually, never mind. And there are still people who believe these theories up until now, modern day, which I won't get involved too much in that, but there is a book that was published in 1979 by Raymond Bernard called The Hollow Earth, And the only reason that this has a little bit of credibility is this guy has multiple academic degrees. Like, philosophy, science, math. And it's like, if this really smart guy believes in it, should I? Do I?
Should you?
I don't know. Should I? And then when he published this book, a spokesman for the publishing company kind of wanted to do damage control and said, I will not enter into any correspondence regarding this book or its author. Whether you accept or reject the contents of this book is your privilege. No one cares. So they were like, you're not going to get me in this controversy. I'm not getting involved. But now I'm going to start to look crazy for you. Supposedly, the hollow earth theory is that the earth is a shell, and the walls on this shell are about 800 miles thick. In the polar regions, there are holes 1,400 miles across, with edges that curve smoothly from the outside of the shell around to the inside. I'm visually demonstrating this for Joanna, but nobody can see me. Are you following?
Yes.
I'm like, this looks sexual or something. A sea or surface traveler could apparently proceed over the edge of the hole like an ant crawling over the lip of a coffee mug from the outside to the inside and not even know, apparently, that they've gone into it. So you could have been in the middle of the earth and not known.
Oh?
Because that's what they say. And people also say that pilots flying also wouldn't know because their compasses believe they're crossing over the Arctic poles, and that it's just the magnetic rim is messing up the dials, the meters. I sound so stupid right now. And so they would never know.
Mm-hmm.
But they're actually over or in the holes themselves. The area beyond the poles is considered, and I quote, the great unknown.
Unquote.
Yeah, quote unquote. This theory has been originating since the early 1800s, specifically by John Sims, who was, shocker, American, and devoted most of his life to convincing the world that the Earth was formed by a series of concentric shells. And I'll talk a little bit later about history. We'll kind of go backwards, but there are plenty of times throughout history where, you know, you probably enjoy this too. It's like classics novels and stuff talking about caves into the underworld or into hell. Not necessarily a hollow earth, but you could argue that they are hollow earth. Because, like, if Hades is in the underground world, is it hollow down there? We'll get into that. This guy, John, believed that there was miles and miles of untouched domain beneath our feet with fish and animals and, like, fresh fruit and vegetables. And those of them who took him seriously, like, I'm not going to say cult-like, but they fully believed him. And in October of 1882, a magazine, Harper's New Monthly magazine, proposed that an expedition be made to discover the Sims Hole. And his plan was to have a number of men acclimatize themselves to the higher and higher altitudes, so they would slowly start moving to the poles each year and observe the animals and the earth cycles. And it never happened. And nobody saw any flying saucers, and nobody went into the great unknown, unless you consider that death. Lots of people go there. Thoughts so far?
I think it's very interesting.
Mm.
I definitely don't believe it. Sorry, you did not win me. If you start a cult, you're not going to get anyone, Jamie.
That's okay. I figured.
Back in, like, Greek mythology, giants were, like, one of the very first generations here on Earth, and I feel that theory is trying to come, like, make a comeback.
I need some proof.
The giants.
Yeah.
But for giants, I actually do believe that there were giants once upon a time. But I feel as evolution happened, we became smaller and smaller and smaller.
Because, to be fair, animals also became smaller.
Yeah.
Like, there used to be really big, like, lizards and stuff. Like, 7 feet long lizards. And now lizards are, like, a couple of centimeters long.
They're so tiny.
Who's to say it didn't happen with us?
Yeah.
Before we continue, I do have to mention legend that will come up probably a couple times. And honestly, this could be a 2-part episode. I didn't realize that there was so much information, mostly about, like, the underworld and other worlds, like hell, not specifically Hollow Earth. But there's this theory called Agartha, or Agartha. Have you heard of it?
No.
Me either until today. So this is a legendary kingdom said to be located on the inner surface of the Earth. It is involved with the Hollow Earth theory, as well as it is a popular subject in occultism and esotericism and the New Age. There's also some conspiracy theories involving celebrities in Agartha, but I didn't do any research on that.
We always go back to celebrities.
I know. What are they up to? And in artwork, Hollow Earth was visualized by a Japanese artist, Tadanori Yoku, in 1975.
Who shall remain nameless.
Yeah, in 1975. They used elements of this Agartha legend, along with some other Eastern subterranean myths, to depict an advanced civilization in the cover art for a jazz musician, Miles Davis's album called Agartha, not spelled the same way as Agartha, and it said he was partly inspired by the book Hollow Earth.
Oh, interesting. Dana looks like the Aurora.
In fiction, obviously, especially science fiction, people have run wild with this Hollow Earth theory. It appeared in a 1741 novel called Neil Climb's Underground Travels, where this, I think it's German, this character falls through a cave while spelunking and spends several years living on a smaller globe inside of Earth.
Oh.
There is Giacomo Casanova's 1788 thing. It's a story. It's 1,800 pages long, and it's of a brother and sister who fall down into the earth and discover a subterranean utopia.
You mean Hansel and Gretel?
No. But they discover a group of people who are multicolored hermaphroditic dwarves. I don't know if that's culturally acceptable, but, like, people with the male and female genitalia.
Okay.
And...
No.
Do you remember that movie?
No.
Journey to the Center of the Earth or something?
Yes.
That's the only media I've seen. Burger trying to eat chips. Ignore him. And Edgar Allan Poe's got an 1838 novel about it. 1864, there's a George Sand novel called Laura. Voyage Dawns de Crystal. Ignore my pronunciation as per usual. Where giant crystals are found in the interior of the earth. There was a book called The Smoky God, or A Voyage Journey to the Inner Earth, a 1908 novel that proposed the idea that the North Pole was an entrance to the hollow planet. Maybe that's where St. Nicholas got his toy factory.
That's where he is, 363 days a week. Like, a
what?
year.
He what? Time traveler. In 1887, there's a romance novel called A Crystal Age, where the protagonist falls down a hill into a utopian paradise, and It's sometimes classified as a Hollow Earth story, although the hero himself thinks he just traveled forward in time by millennia, but believe what you want. I don't care. And the Hollow Earth is a key location in the MonsterVerse franchise, which, if you've seen Godzilla or King Kong, or Godzilla vs. King Kong, or Godzilla X King Kong, all of these have the point of origins, like these strange animals come from like the Hollow Earth, because they can't possibly come from space or anything like that. Thoughts so far?
So that is very interesting. It's definitely an interesting theory, but I wouldn't say like I would believe it. I feel like someone stayed up all night adding the light. He was like, there's monsters, there's Earth, there's North Pole. You know what that equals? Hollow Earth.
Yes. I don't know, it seems pretty legit to me.
There is no way that Jamie, started believing in it.
Maybe. Devil's advocate. There is a 7-novel book series called Pellucidar, something like that, by a guy named Edgar. And in this book, they discover a prehistoric world called what I just said, 500 miles below surface. That is lit by an inner sun inside the Earth. That I can for sure say I don't believe. I mean, well, maybe it's the ball of molten lava that we believe is inside the Earth. It's actually a sun.
The sun was in us all along. We are the sun.
Aww. That's actually quite nice.
The sun doesn't exist, Jamie.
There's also a Hollow Earth or Hollow World campaign for Dungeons and Dragons. There is television programs like Inside Job and Slugterra who talk about Hollow Earth. It's a big part of the Aquaman and Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs movies.
We should watch those movies.
Right now.
Right now, halfway through the podcast.
Cut, let's go. There's also a guy who believed that he went to Hollow Earth. Is he crazy? Maybe. So in the winter of 1947, Admiral Richard E. Byrd allegedly flew that's the secret word of the month. Allegedly. Take a shot every time we say allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, wink wink. He flew a secret mission across the Arctic, and he claims to have seen previously unknown land with forest and prehistoric animals, dinosaurs. He encountered flying discs from technology of an advanced civilization hidden deep within Hollow Earth. He has a missing diary, and apparently this is the greatest secret, the world's greatest kept secret since the Manhattan Project. But he also made a book about it, so
that is, I don't know.
So believe what you will.
Like, I just don't think the Earth is that deep.
Literally or physically?
Like, both. I just think that the Earth is made, there's core, there's the lava, the other stuff, magma. Is that in the Earth? Yeah, and I think that is it. I don't...
Also, for anyone who cares, the Manhattan Project, if you didn't get that reference, we haven't talked about it yet, I don't think. It was a research and development program undertaken during World War II, which was the first to produce nuclear weapons. Ooh, the main collaborators were the United Kingdom and Canada. Oops.
Yay, Canada.
Sorry. There's also, paranormal aspects to this, though.
Yeah.
What if these portals aren't necessarily for the center of the Earth, but what if it leads to, a different dimension? Or
Mercury? To the 3 black holes.
Paranormal. You're onto something. Hold on a minute. But
There's 3 black holes inside of us.
ew. Yuck.
Well, no, you like your mouth.
Oh no. You're nasty.
Please don't edit this one out. That's so funny.
I'll leave it in?
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna get a text from my mom that says, Joanna, language.
Sorry, Jamie's mom. We love you.
Yeah, we love you, Mom. Obviously, this theory has been met with skepticism, and it's been called a pseudoscience, a conspiracy theory, a parapsychology, all of which are probably true. And the concept mostly occurs also in folklore and subterranean fiction, which is a subgenre of adventure fiction. And there is a thing called crypto-terrestrial hypothesis, which is often said to have inhabited mythical figures or political leaders. So that sort of ties in the Agartha thing again, or Agartha. Somebody please tell me how to pronounce that. Leave it in the description below.
Agartha, question mark?
Yeah, Agartha or Agartha. I'm
Data or data?
Oh, God. GIF or GIF?
It's definitely GIF. I'm sorry.
No.
There's no way it's GIF.
It's a G.
It's G as in George, not G as in...
GIF sounds right to me. GIF sounds
Because
silly.
that's what society has made you believe, Jamie.
They also made me believe that Earth wasn't hollow, and I'm wrong. It is hollow. I'm so changing the topic right now.
So anyway, back to the Earth and its hollowness.
So in ancient times, there have always been sort of concepts of the Earth. So not necessarily they believed in hollow Earth, but that in the ancient times, a lot of legends and mythology and folklore believed in something other downstairs, whether it be hell, afterlife, etc. We'll kind of talk about those because I think they're interesting enough as well. Because it's still kind of like hollow Earth without being a conspiracy. It's just mythology. And I know you like mythology. I think.
Yes. Oh.
So,
Yes.
there are lots of concepts or places of origin or the afterlife, like the Greek underworld or the Nordic... I don't know how to pronounce this one.
Is it the Nordic gods?
It's Norse cosmology. It's Svatlar.
Yeah.
Do you know how to say that?
I can't see, to be honest. Can you zoom in? Well, okay. Savartalor? Yeah, that one.
That place. The Christian basic hell. You got purgatory. Jewish place called Sheol? Sheol? Oh.
So basically the whole idea of the hollow earth is like, is it sort of like hell?
It can be, yeah. In like the ancient times, that's more like modern times. They're saying more it's a utopia. In ancient times, they're saying more it's like it's the underworld. It's hell. Like the Hebrew Bible says the underworld is a place of stillness and darkness. I mean, yeah, I guess if you're in the middle of the earth, sure. I don't know.
We're such a messed up generation, huh?
Mm-hmm. In Tibetan Buddhist belief, there is an ancient city called Shambhala, which is located inside the earth as a subterranean realm.
Could be.
The ancient Greeks mentioned that there are caverns under the surface of the earth where the entrances lead to the underworld. Some of them are the Trozen in Argos, the Heraclea in Pontos. I feel like I'm just saying buzzwords because I'm like, does any of this sound familiar to you? These caverns are occupied by the ancient god Zalmoxis.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
I think I said that one correctly too, so haha. That one is from a Mesopotamian religion.
Yeah.
And there's a story of a man who, after traveling through the darkness of a tunnel in the mountain of Mashu, enters a subterranean garden. So that's technically Hollow Earth, maybe. How you feeling so far?
It's definitely something.
Yeah.
Like, it's just interesting the way, like, you would see all these random things that would just lead up to Hollow Earth.
Am I convincing you?
No.
Oh. Alright.
No, you are not.
In the Middle Ages, there's an ancient German myth held that some mountains located between two certain places hold a portal to the inner earth. And a Russian legend says that the Samoyed people, who are the Samoyed people and an ancient Siberian tribe traveled to a cavern city to live inside the earth. Dante, if you may recognize the name, is an Italian writer who described a hollow earth in his well-known 14th century work, Inferno, Dante's Inferno, in which the fall of Lucifer from heaven caused an enormous funnel to appear in a previously solid and spherical earth, as well as an enormous mountain opposite of it, purgatory. Do you believe in purgatory?
Like, I don't think, as in the Christian world, like Christian sense, that we would believe in purgatory.
Because it's just like heaven and hell, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it would definitely be interesting because if you really think about it, like, you know how hell is, like, always, like, oh, it's a fiery pit, like, it's so scary.
Yeah, that's scary.
It's never mentioned in the Bible that it's actually a fiery pit. It's always mentioned as in, like, it's a dark spot, just loneliness. So I feel like purgatory would, like, come out of that whole idea where you're, like, by yourself. And it's just, like, it's interesting.
Is hell purgatory? Is purgatory hell? Just different depictions?
Another episode?
Tune in next week to find out. Do you believe in, like, heaven and hell?
Yeah.
Is it, like, forever?
Yes.
Oh, that's scary. I don't want to be in hell forever, man. Come on. Can I have weekly visits, like, with my parents in heaven or something?
This reminds me of a joke that I heard the other day. It's like, do you want to hear the joke?
Yes.
So, a guy dies, and then as he's entering heaven, like, the angel's like, you know what, we're gonna give you an option. You either get to choose hell or you get to choose heaven. And then that guy was like, oh, okay, sure. So they show him, like, a little, like, TV, like a commercial about, like, heaven, like, you know, like, people dining, having wine, people chilling. And then they show him, like, a little snippet of hell where people dancing and partying and stuff. And then he's like, you know what? I just want to go to hell. Like, I'm not going to live my whole life in heaven. Like, just boring drinking wine. I want to go dance and meet people. So he goes to hell. As soon as he goes to hell, it's like a fiery pit. It's like everyone is like, you know, like yelling and like demons everywhere. And then he's like, what? This is not what you showed me on TV. And then the angels were like, yeah, that was just a commercial.
Oh. You got clickbaited, bro.
Literally. It was just so funny.
The world's worst clickbait. Oh, man.
But honestly, bringing back to, like, Dante's Inferno, where he talks about, like, how Lucifer's fall created such a hole in the earth. Now, that I would believe.
Yeah.
Because, like, not just from the heaven or hell perspective, but I feel like Lucifer's fall was a really, like, a big fall.
Yeah.
That I don't think that, like, the universe would just be okay with it. Or God. No, just be okay with it. Because he was, like, God's favorite child. So he wasn't.
Just like me. Sorry, God.
Well, you're an only child.
Just kidding. I'm sorry. But I think that's a unique take on it, which, I mean, it makes sense.
That would definitely... If that was proven, if that was the case, I would definitely believe that. When it comes to, like, proven religion and stuff.
Yeah.
Within religion.
Yeah. There's a bunch of, like, mythologies that, like, sort of surround this, but... Yeah, I feel like Dante's Inferno and stuff, it definitely rings more bells. It's the most popular. It could make the most sense. Let us know what you think in the comments below. There is another group of natives of the Trobriand Islands, who believe that their ancestors came from a subterranean land through a cave hole called Obucla. And Mexican folklore tells of a cave in a mountain 5 miles south of a place that I'm not going to try and pronounce. That starts with an O. And that Mexico is possessed by devilish creatures who came inside the earth, who came from inside the earth.
That is interesting. I believe Mexico and that whole region, they believe in a lot of lores.
Like the chupacabra. Someone take me cryptozoology hunting. I want to go hunt some cryptids. Like Goat Man. Brazilian Indians who live along the Parima River in Brazil claim that their forefathers emerged in ancient times from underground land, much like the previous group, and that their ancestors, who they spawned from, still remain inside the earth. Ancestors of the Inca supposedly came from caves which are located the east of Cusco, Peru. Yes, like Cusco, the Emperor Cusco.
Oh, I was thinking of Costco.
Oh, that's not what I meant.
That's no emperor.
No. In Native American mythology, it is said that the ancestors of the Mandan people, in ancient times emerged from a separate subterranean land, notice a trend, through a cave on the north side of the Missouri River. The San Carlos Apache Indian Reservation in Arizona, near Cedar Creek, is said to lead to the inside of the earth from a land inhabited by a mysterious tribe. It is also the belief of the tribes of the Iroquois that their ancient ancestors emerged from a subterranean world inside the earth. The elders of the Hopi or Hopi people believe that a Sipapu entrance in the Grand Canyon leads to the underworld. I really hope I'm not offending anybody with my pronunciation. I fear I'll get canceled.
1,000%.
In Hindu mythology, the underworld is referred to as Patala. In the Bengali version of the Hindu epic Ramayan, didn't we read that in one of our classes?
Yes, we did.
I feel like I remember that. It depicted how Rama and Lakshmana were taken by the king of the underworld, Hiravan, a brother of the demon king Ravana. Later they were rescued by Hanuman. The Angami or Anjami, GIF or JIF, tribes of India claim that their ancestors came from ancient times from a subterranean land inside the earth, as well as the Taino, the historic indigenous people of the Caribbean. From Cuba, they believed that their ancestors in ancient times emerged from 2 caves in a mountain underground. So it seems like that is I didn't realize there are so many stories and, myths that we just have ancestors that just emerged from the ground. I thought it was always just, evolution, we came from monkeys.
Well, I don't know. I have a very strong theory about evolution. This has nothing to do with religion. It's not because I'm religious. But I never think that we are actually monkeys.
Disagree.
I understood that. Mm-hmm. But we should just do an episode about just talking like monkeys.
Deal. It'll be our most popular one.
But I don't think that I personally believe that we acted like monkeys.
We acted goofy.
Yes, we were just little sillies. Mm-hmm. And also the whole theory that we emerged from caves kind of makes sense, just for the cavemen. Mm-hmm. That's where they used to live, right?
That's why they're called cavemen.
Wow, you're so smart.
The
Jamie, you made the connection.
Continue.
Plato 101.
I knew it.
Also, speaking of the allegory of the grave,
Grave. Put me in a grave.
Of the cave, if you think about it, it was sort of like the hole in the earth that we
oh my God.
emerged through, because you remember, so for those of you who don't know what the allegory of the cave is,
True.
it is basically that we are, like, there's, like, we're all human beings, we're standing in a line, we're working, and then there are people that are controlling the shadows, the sun, the light, on like, a wall, and we're just believing what they're telling us until one day, like, person A decided to leave the cave and, like, emerged into the real world and discovered the sun, the earth, and, like, the birds and stuff, and believed that saw that everything that the people that were showing them on the wall was fake, and it was just illusions, and that the actual world does exist. So this could honestly just be tied to the whole allegory of the cave thing.
Whoa.
Because if you think about it,
we're going philosophy now.
Well, I got 6 years.
Yeah,
baby.
literally.
Well, if you think about it, it was just like the way it sounds as if we all came from a cave underground. But I mean, that's kind of true, because that's what Plato and Socrates talk about in their book, which I'm not remembering the name of. Starts with an R. The Republic. The Republican.
Sounds something like that.
Yeah,
I believe you.
Something like that. Where they're talking about this, but then it's like that theory, the hollow earth has to come from somewhere, and I believe it originated from them.
Oh. We're geniuses, guys. I can't pronounce half this stuff, but we're geniuses.
Because even earlier when you mentioned, like, Agartha, like, the city underground, I believe Plato or Socrates actually do speak about it.
You knew more about this than you thought you did, then.
I'm just a genius in disguise.
Yeah, 4.0 GPA. My GPA was not 4.0.
Oh my god, my GPA was, like, barely an O.
In Celtic, there goes my 4.0 GPA. In Celtic mythology, there's a legend of a cave, speaking of caves, called the Cruachan. In English, it's known as Ireland's Gates to Hell, a mythical and ancient cave from which strange creatures would emerge and be seen on the surface of the earth. There are also stories of medieval knights, as well as saints, who went on pilgrimages to a cave located in Staten Island, which is actually not the one in America. Oh, Station Island. I'm stupid. In Ireland, where they made journeys inside the earth to a place of purgatory. In Northern Ireland, there is a myth that says the tunnels lead to the land of the subterranean Tuatha De Danann. I'm pronouncing it like it's seen on paper. It's probably not pronounced like that at all. Anyway, a group of people who are believed to have introduced Druidism to Ireland and then went back into the underground. For anyone who doesn't know, Druidism, or a Druid, is a member of a high-ranking priestly class in ancient Celtic cultures. Druids were religious leaders as well as legal authorities, medical professionals, political advisors. Druids also, in like a modern sense, involve like magic and stuff like that. Also unrelated, do you believe in magic?
Yes. Like, what kind of magic are we talking about? Like saw her in half kind of thing?
Like I could make a flower bloom in the palm of my hand magic.
No.
Do you believe in the saw her in half kind of magic?
No. But I do believe that some people have dabbled in, like, black magic. I do think that is very much true. Like, it's very big in my culture where people, like, for example, like, put a spell on you. Whether it's, like, envy or, like, sadness or, like, something.
All the emotions from inside out. Okay.
Oh, yeah, also earlier when we were talking about the whole, like, the Republic by Plato and Socrates, so he doesn't speak directly about Agartha, but he speaks about an ideal city that they were talking about that has, like, virtue and idealism and respect and all of the justice and, like, all of the 4 virtues that they were, like, talking about it happening after that, like, the allegory of the cave, like, after that person, like, stepped out of the cave and stuff. So
Right, because isn't it like the person who left the cave, went back into the cave and was like, guys, like it's so much nicer out here, you gotta come with us, and then everyone was like, no, like
Nah.
I don't believe you.
I'm good.
Like yeah, I don't believe you. I'm not gonna risk it and go out there with you, which is also I think kind of interesting, philosophy wise, because it's like you have to be a believer if you want to get to the nicer place. You have to take that leap of faith.
Yeah,
you have to believe in something. And that makes sense. I do think I'm not an atheist where I don't believe in anything. I definitely think that there's stuff that we don't understand. There's stuff that's way higher than us, cooler. I don't know if it's aliens. I don't know if it's Jesus Christ. I don't know if it's God. Whoever it is, I hope it's all okay.
See, that's the difference between you and me. Because like it's like I know that there's something out there that I don't know, but that kind of makes me want to believe more in it. Because I'm like regardless of who he is, I'm like that's like I would like to know. I would like to take that jump. I would like to cross the cave.
Yeah, that is most of the history from ancient times. Now we've come up super far in the world. We're at the 16th to 18th century. Woo! Plagues, people not brushing their teeth. The good old days, you know? So in 1665, the notion of the Hollow Earth was introduced in a non-fiction work called Mundus Subterraneus, which speculated that there is an intricate system of cavities, not in your teeth, and a channel of water connecting the poles. I just did a really inappropriate gesture at you.
You just jerked off a ghost.
Oops.
How does that feel?
My bad. In 1692, Edmund Halley conjectured, he thought, just say thought, that the Earth might consist of a hollow shell about 800 kilometers or 500 miles thick, with two inner concentric shells and an innermost core. The atmospheres separate these shells, and each shell has its own magnetic poles. The spheres rotate at different speeds. You know what I mean? And Halley proposed this scheme in order to explain anomalous compass readings. He also said that the atmosphere inside is luminous and possibly inhabited, speculating about the gas escaping, which creates the aurora borealis, which we know is the northern lights now.
Did I tell you that I went and I saw them the other day?
Did, and I'm so jealous that you saw them and I didn't.
I saw them through my phone.
And then, in 1781, Leclerc Milford led a journey with hundreds of Muskogee people to a series of caverns near the Red River above the junction of the Mississippi River. And according to Milford, the original Muskogee people's ancestors are believed to have emerged out of the surface in ancient times, bringing it back to the discussion 20 minutes ago. Milford also claims that the caverns they saw could easily contain 15,000 to 20,000 families. How big are these caves? What are you talking about? Because that's not 20,000 people, that's 20,000 families. So these must be really big caves. It is also claimed that the mathematician Leonardo
da Vinci?
Yeah. No, Bueller proposed a single shell hollow earth with a small sun about 1,000 kilometers across at the center, providing light and warmth for the inner earth civilians, but but that is not true. Instead, he also did a thought experiment of an object being dropped into a hole drilled through the center of the earth, which is unrelated to hollow earth.
Actually, since we're talking about the center of Earth, there was a video that I saw the other day and that I came across, is that if you were to like put a like if you were like imagine the globe, right? So this is the globe. I'm holding the globe right now.
Okay.
This is so heavy. I'm gonna put it on the bottom. So this
You're
is
like
the globe.
Atlas the god.
This is the globe. If you were to dig a hole from the top of the globe and then down on the bottom, and then you were just to go through it, you would just constantly be jumping in the air because of gravitation. So you'd just be going from one end to the other. You wouldn't fall. You might die, but like you wouldn't fall. You would just be you would just be going in and out.
You'd be yo-yoing.
Yeah, through the earth.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
you would definitely die.
like
as a human, yeah,
right away.
If you're in like a spacesuit or something, you could survive, but
You would be really lucky.
So no digging holes to China, essentially. That's what you're saying.
I don't think that would work. Well. Because the gravitational pull would like pull you, and you're just like moving through China, through the world. It's like a trampoline. It's like your very own trampoline. They can never be done with it.
Yeah, sure.
Very interesting.
But yeah, I feel like there's more to go over, but we would be here for another hour, so I might have to just split this up into another part. But do you have any final statements, comments, concerns, history, belief, disbelief? Do you believe that the earth is hollow? If yes, why? If no, why?
Write 500-word essay.
Yes, please. 2 pages long.
I don't think so. I don't believe necessarily that the earth is hollow, but the more that we talked about the cave, the more actually like I see where their point is, because especially back then, anything that looked like different, they were like, oh, that's
they
a
didn't
phenomenon.
know better.
Yeah. But like now we can like see a cave, and we're like, oh, that's a cave, not a hole in the earth.
That is a cave.
My expert opinion.
You dummies.
Yes. That's what I think, and I think it's also because a lot of the knowledge that we know now that's like that we're talking about was based on all civilization, like like the Greeks with like Plato, and then the Greek mythology with like the underworld, and then you have like all of like the other like the Mayans and like everyone, the Incas. So all of these, and I still believe, I believe that they believe that this was real.
Yeah. To them it was real.
Yeah. Especially because, like, going back to the Greek mythology origin, like, the earth was formed when Kronos and...
I love mythology.
And Gaia, which means the earth, they fell in love, and then they had babies.
Ooh, scandalous.
And then one of the babies, wait, it wasn't Kronos. Nope, it wasn't Kronos. It was, what's his name? Venus?
I don't know.
Uranus. So you know how back in ancient Greece, so this is where we're starting. So you know how back in ancient Greece, they used to believe, like, you know the whole mythology about how, like, everything was formed, like Gaia, the earth, and Uranus fell in love.
What about my anus?
It fell in love with the earth.
Oh yeah, it did.
So they fell in love, and then they had many babies, and one of those babies was like giants. But bringing back to our original point, but then the earth obviously couldn't just bring birth to this child, because the earth doesn't have like a form like we do. So the earth was split as it gave birth to the babies, where it was like the giants, the Cyclopes, and then the Greek gods, like Kronos' family.
Yeah.
So I think that's where the whole cave, like a hole in the underground, a hollow in the world sort of belief begun. And then as the earth changed shapes and as things progressed, I believe we got more into the whole caves. And then, because most of the caves just never end, right? Because caves can be very long.
Yeah.
Where people are like, oh no, that's just another part of the earth. The earth has a hole in it.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I agree with you. I'm open to the mythological aspects of it. I like I believe that you believe. I like that saying. I believe that they fully believed it with their hearts, this. And it might be true, I'm open to being wrong. But I don't think it is a hollow earth in the sense of that there's, like, aliens living in Earth, or that it's a utopia down there that we can somehow get to that has flying saucers in it and stuff. I think maybe in the old days, maybe they saw, like, volcanoes, or dormant volcanoes, or, like, really tall mountains, and they're like, oh, like, this must lead to somewhere, like, this must lead to the middle of the earth, blah, blah, blah. And also a lot of people are just uneducated, When we were jokingly saying earlier, like, dig a hole to China, I genuinely, as a kid, when I was, like, 7, I was like, you can totally dig a hole to China, because I didn't know better. And now I know more. I went to school, I learned. Also, society taught me, no, you can't do that, you dummy. But it would be cool if you live in the middle of the earth. Like and subscribe, and then email us and tell us.
Let us know how's it going down there.
Yeah, what the heck do you do for fun down there? You know the drill with us. You should follow our Instagram, which is Creeps and Coffee. So Creeps and Coffee. You can follow our X, also known as Twitter, Creeps and Coffee. I don't post there a lot. I'm sorry, I forget. Email, that one. You should email us at creepsandcoffee@gmail.com. And, of course, please, 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 please follow our Patreon or subscribe. It's only like $4 a month or like $7 or something like that. It's patreon.com/creepsandcoffee. That's the end of my rambles.
Yeah, thank you for listening. Hopefully we will hear some feedback.
Yeah, my voice is like hoarse because I was going crazy with it.
Let us know what you think about the Hollow Earth. Slide into the DMs.
Yeah. Okay, love you, bye.
Alright, thank you for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
Creeps and Coffee is produced and edited by us, Kate and Jane.
Our theme music is Stuck in a Hole by Dated.
For more information on where to find them, check out the link in our show notes. And to connect with us, follow us on Instagram